And good evening, everyone. A pleasant good evening, everyone. We welcome you to Leibold Field in Richmond as we get set for high school football as Week 5 of the high school football season as the Red Devils will be hosting the Marion Giants. Richmond 0-4 after losing last week at Muncie Central. The Marion Giants off to a 3-1 start following with their win last week over Anderson 36-0. We will have a three-man crew. Here's how things are going to work tonight. I'll be working quarter number 1. Kyle Ingram joins us in the first quarter. Eric Batten, who was with us last week, will join us as well. He'll take care of the play-by-play in quarters 2, 3, and 4. Red Devils got to find a way to play more consistent football again here tonight. They're going to have a ton of injuries again. They found out this week they'll be without their starting running back, Wyatt Bird. He is the latest on that long list of players, Kyle, that you see down there on the sidelines. There are now, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 players on the sidelines right at the moment. So now it's all about the next man up, and he's got to be ready to play tonight.
Boy, that's just a tough go for the Devils, Troy, when the one guy that for the first 4 weeks of the season has been, I don't want to say the go-to guy, but probably their most consistent performer on both sides of the ball. Even though he doesn't play defense, because they really haven't had much consistency on that side of the things. Boy, that's going to be a tough go. But, for Abe and the staff, as you just said, next guy up. Well, Richmond leads the state in yardage gain going east and west. Got to figure out how to way to go north and south. And maybe the individual who steps in there for Wyatt and the quarterback, if there's been a change there, maybe that's the kind of thing that will invigorate a football team to see some of the kids who aren't getting an opportunity to play quite a bit step up, make something happen, and then you start to develop some depth as your season moves forward.
Got better quarterback play last week. I think that was a huge key for Curtis's, certainly his development as a first-year quarterback. But you got receivers that are going to have to really step up again here tonight. If the running game isn't there, you're going to have to be able to throw the football.
And the timing part of throwing the football out of the spread is something that I believe takes some time for kids who haven't played the game or are inexperienced at a certain position, i.e. the receiver spot. So, moving forward, the record says you're 0-4. I just heard a guy from Marion on his radio tell the folks back up in Marion that, on paper this thing appears to be a mismatch. Well, you can throw all that away. And from the standpoint of where Richmond sits, let's just figure out how we can play one play at a time, for one quarter at a time, times 4.
Yeah.
And figure out how they're going to compete for 48 minutes. And the first time something goes sideways for them, don't tuck the head and mail it in.
Yeah.
And I think over the last couple of weeks, last week at Muncie, they were pretty competitive for the first part of the football game. After half, it was like a whole new Richmond Red Devil football team came out.
Yeah.
Where'd they go? One bad mistake, one turnover here, one turnover there, and they start to sense and see the light at the end of the tunnel. It becomes an oncoming train, and they have to figure out how to overcome that. Overcome a mistake here, a mistake there, a penalty here, a penalty there, and just realize, that is part of playing this game.
Yeah.
It doesn't define who you are at that particular time. Overcome adversity and compete.
Yeah.
You can compete for 48 minutes and still come out on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And then look yourself in the mirror and go, well, you know what? I played hard.
Did the best I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you, at the end of 48 minutes, go, well, I can still run, I could walk home, then you haven't played for 48 minutes. Yeah. If you're not sore, if you're not hurting, then you can't look yourself in the eye, look your teammates in the eye and say, you know what, I played for 48 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
And that's all they have to do tonight.
Well, we're going to find out. By the way, this is a Marion football team. They've thrown 2 shutouts together this year. Defensively, the most points, they gave up only 16 and 17 to Mount Vernon and Kokomo. That's it. So their defense has been very good, and we're going to talk about this Justin Johnson kid as well, their starting quarterback, who is a one-man wrecking crew. We'll come back to Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. We're going to hear from Abe Toffee, get his thoughts about where his team is as they get set for the Marion Giants coming up tonight. We'll do that next right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
We welcome you back once again to the pregame shows we get set for Marion and Richmond coming up in about 20 minutes with a kickoff. Coach, I tell you what, Marion football, you and I talked about it earlier this week that they had some struggles, and they've seen the same thing that you're seeing. Their coach stepping into a program that just it hit rock bottom, and he has turned that thing around. You talked about that earlier week, and he's got those kids believing in their program.
Oh, absolutely. You know, again, hats off to Coach Chambers and his staff. That's another thing. He was able to take a lot of his staff with him to Marion. You know, guys that he had coached with before and you know, had that rapport with. And so they were able to kind of get that thing turned around really quickly. He's in charge of the weight room out there at Marion, so they really put an emphasis on the strength and conditioning program. You know, they're a disciplined football team. They keep it pretty simple in terms of what they do. And offensively, their quarterback, that transfer kid from Howe, he's a special football player. You know, I don't really see him being a quarterback at the next level, but a defensive back, wide receiver, running back for sure.
Yeah, they have got some, and they've had this over the last couple of years with that development. They've got some pretty skilled athletes besides your quarterback too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't really see anything on film in terms of, you know, number 12 is a football player. We're a really solid football player. Number 5 is a good player. Number 7 is a good player. But, you know, they're nowhere near the type of athlete that their quarterback is.
Yeah.
You know, that kid's just a special kid.
Will they ride him a lot? I mean, is he going to be their main focal then tonight?
He's the main focus. Yeah, he's definitely the main focus. He's going to carry the ball. They're going to try to throw it down the field, and if nothing's open, he can scramble and make plays with his legs.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're defensively, we're going to have to contain him, make sure that he stays inside the tackle box and does not get outside of the pocket, because if he gets outside of the pocket, he's got the ability to take it the distance every time he touches it. He's one of those kind of players. So we're going to have to contain him defensively, and then offensively we're going to have to be consistent. Everybody play as one, do their 1/11th, and score some points.
How, from a defensive standpoint, when you have a dual threat quarterback like that, and you know he could take off any time and score at any time, talk about how you contain him, knowing that you're still going to have to cover downfield at the same time. If he gets open, you could be in trouble. Right.
Well, we've got a pretty good defensive scheme going into it this week. We're going to spy the quarterback with one guy every single play, and then let the rest of our guys just play football. As long as, we've got some sophomores at the outside linebackers positions. Both of our outside linebackers are sophomores with, 4 games of varsity experience now. So, that's the only thing that scares me, putting him one-on-one, against those guys. But, at the end of the day, it's football. You've only got we've got 11 guys, they've got 11 guys. We can't commit 2, 3, 4 guys to this one player, because they've got other players who can hurt you if you do something like that. So, we've just got to stay disciplined, and we've got to believe in our kids, and I believe that we'll be fine. Our 2 outside linebackers, I think, will do a great job of doing their assignment, and hopefully we can contain him.
Talk about their guys up front, because as you know, when you talk about footballs, the battle right there, how are their linemen?
Their linemen are well coached, well disciplined, good drive blockers. They're not huge. They don't look like they're just got any like giant kids like we do here at Richmond. But I tell you what, they get after it. The ones that they do have, they'll get off the ball fast. They're good drive blockers, and good technique, real solid technique. They're going to do their job. And, aside from that quarterback, I mean, the offense is, their offense just looks like any other offense.
They'll play off him.
They're all playing off him. He is the key ingredient to what they're doing offensively, versus last year they had 2, they had a wide receiver, number 5, Dante Anderson, and a running back, Tyrell Phelps, that were just dynamic kids that could take it the distance anytime they touched it. This year they've got the quarterback who is just as good of an athlete as those 2 kids that they had last year. So we've got to contain that kid to give ourselves a chance.
Coach, offensively last week, you were able to move the football, and you talked about that earlier this week. And your opening drive was tremendous. It was 14-14. How about this week? What do you see in that Marion defense that you might be able to exploit?
Well, I mean, they pretty much run the exact same defense as what we've seen the past 3 weeks. They run the same defense that Tech ran. They run the same defense that Muncie Central ran. So we're going to see the same 4-2-5 look with a single high safety most of the time. So we've got to be able to run the football. We've got to be able to run our RPOs, our run pass options. We've got to be able to connect on our quick game, and then we've got to be able to stretch the field a couple of times a game just to keep them honest.
You mentioned that with Wyatt not being able to play this week, who steps into his spot?
Well, we're going to rotate 2 kids. We're going to rotate Mikey Vance. Mikey Vance will get the start, and Stephon Huber will play some as well. We'll probably split their carries. I think last week Wyatt had about 27 carries. The week before he's had about 27. My goal is our running backs, I want them to carry the ball between 25 to 30 times. So I would expect Mikey Vance to get around 12, 13 carries, and Stephon to get about 12 or 13 carries as well.
Did you see development again out of Brandon last week?
Because
we talked about it the week before that, he's maybe pressing a little bit, but last week he threw the ball much better.
He threw the ball a lot better. He's starting to really understand, the offense and get command of what's going on out there. And, like I said at the beginning of the season, I think we would, see him continue to improve each and every week, which he has done. We're still working on some of the mechanical issues with his feet, and a little bit of the throwing motion, but the kid's got a strong arm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, threw a couple really nice strikes, threw 2 touchdown passes, completed one 30-plus yard, pass to Deloney up the sideline. Threw some balls into some tight coverage. He's getting better.
Yeah.
And so what we've got to do is we've got to make sure everybody else is doing their job, so we don't put him in a situation where, he throws interceptions or anything like that. Because even though he's a senior, he's kind of a freshman, because he hasn't played since his 7th grade year.
Yeah.
And so mistakes, you can see they get him down.
Yeah.
And so even if we, say next play, forget about it, move on, which just comes with game experience and time. Okay, I threw an interception. Oh, well, I'm going to go score a touchdown the next drive.
Yeah.
Where when we threw that interception Friday night against Muncie, I could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
It was his mind wasn't in the game anymore. And even though I told him that interception was not your fault, you did your job.
Yeah.
Who didn't do their job was our 2 wide receivers on the side that we were trying to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
We were trying to get an outside release with Trayshawn Jones. He runs an inside release. Terrell Deloney's supposed to run a stutter slant and get underneath the hang defender. He runs a 5-yard slant behind the hang defender. The hang defender didn't even move.
Yeah.
Number 44, literally, when we snapped the ball, didn't move his feet at all.
Yeah.
And that's who we're reading. We're putting pressure on him by getting an outside release and making him have to move his feet, and then we're running underneath him with our slant. Well, both of those guys didn't do their job. That resulted in a pick 6, and that type of pressure for a kid, man, it could, it can be too much.
Yeah, hard to overcome.
It's hard to overcome, even when okay, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Well, that kid's a competitor, man. He wants to win so bad. He's trying everything he can, and trying his absolute hardest, and then something like that happens, and you could just feel it deflate the entire team, and I could see it in his eyes, and he just wasn't the same kid that we had those first few drives.
Yeah. Well, and as you said before, his development and his maturity are going to be 2 big things the rest of the year.
Right, for sure. The good thing is we're only halfway done.
Yeah.
We've still got 5 games left, plus at least 1 playoff game, and I'm telling you, by the time we get to the end of the season, we should hopefully be getting guys back healthy. We should be in a position to make a pretty solid postseason run.
Hey, before I let you go, are you concerned about this week as far as being homecoming week? And you and I talked earlier this week about sometimes that can be a little bit of a distraction, and you got all this stuff going on that football, and not necessarily takes a back seat, but it's not, we're not playing an even field here, right?
Yeah.
But you concerned about focus?
No, I'm not really concerned about the focus. Okay. Our kids have been pretty focused. They're hungry. They want to win.
Yeah.
And even though there's a lot of hoopla around homecoming and everything like that, I don't think they're getting caught up, too much into it. Because there's going to be a lot of people there, and there's all these events going on. But what does it matter if we go out there and lose?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go out there, or not necessarily lose, but just to get manhandled like we did at home against Tech.
Yeah.
The kids have pride. They've got respect for themselves. They don't want to get manhandled like that, especially in front of their home crowd.
Yeah.
So I expect my team to come out there Friday night and give it everything they have.
Okay, we'll continue in the pregame as the Red Devils and the Giants coming up in about 15 minutes right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Let's get a quick look at what else is happening in the NCC tonight. Again, Marion here at Richmond. Harrison is at Anderson this evening. Tech on the road at Muncie Central. Lafayette Jeff is at Kokomo. McCutcheon is at Logansport. In the Tri-Eastern Conference tonight, Lincoln is at Winchester. A battle of two teams looking for their first win. Northeastern, a big matchup at Tri. Union City is at Centerville. Scott Beeman has the call on that one tonight. Also on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Union County is at Hagerstown. The area games include Knightstown at Eastern, Hancock, Connorsville is at Rushville, Franklin County at Lawrenceburg, and Newcastle is on the road at Yorktown. A little bit of a look here at the Marion Giants. Craig Chambers in his second season. He's 8-6 since taking over this program. His overall record 31-19. His fifth year as a head coach. Last year they ended up going 5-5 in his first year. This year they're off to a 3-1 start, including shutout wins against Huntington North as well as Anderson. Last week, their defense allowed only 72 yards of total offense against Anderson in that 36-0 win. Justin Johnson, 3 touchdown passes in the game. He also went 5 for 17, 107 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. The Giants also ran the football for 185 yards. Johnson led the way with 109, so he will undoubtedly be a dual catalyst quarterback here tonight. A young man to watch for this Red Devil defense. While we have a moment, let's go and check out the latest AP high school football poll this week. In 6A, Ben Davis number 1, Lawrence Central number 2, Fort Wayne Snyder, Warren Central, and Valpo your top 5. Ron Colley's number 1 in 5A, followed by New Pal, Concord, Columbus East, and Cathedral. In 4A, it's Evansville Wright your top team. Then it's Lowell, Evansville Central, New Haven, and Northwood tied for the number 4 spot. In 3A, Gibson Southern number 1, Ritter, Mishawaka, Marion, Evansville, Memorial, and West Lafayette. In 2A, Eastbrook, Woodland, Cecina, Rensselaer, and Southridge. In Single A, Pioneer, Fountain Central, Monroe Central, Cherubusco, and Lutheran are your top teams. All right, when we come back, Eric will have the call. He'll be joined by none other than Kyle Ingram. They'll have all the action right here. This has been the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sOfRichmond.com.
Welcome back to Leibold Field tonight as the Richmond Red Devils take on the Marion Giants. Glad to be back with you. I'm Eric Benton alongside Kyle Ingram. And Kyle, let's go over some keys to the game. Of course, Richmond had a tough loss last week against Muncie Central, 56-14, but played very well in that game in the first half. What do you think they're going to build on and try to accomplish here early on in this one?
Well, I think they just have to take a look at, as we discussed earlier with Troy, that this game tonight is something where they just have to take each individual offensive possession and try to gain something positive out of each individual offensive possession. On the defensive side of the football, we heard during the pregame, they're going to put a spy, basically sell out one individual defensively on Marion's quarterback and try to contain him. And by all indications, if you're able to contain him, then you're going to be able to contain Marion. I think they take away from last week's performance if they took the game tape from the second half and just threw it away. There wasn't much positive to gain from that. Let's take a look at what we did right in the first half. And then maybe take a look at what the turning point was for them on both sides of the football that led to basically the runaway, and try to figure out how to make those corrections. Abe and his staff, look, they can only do so much. They can't run it, they can't pass it, they can't catch it, and they can't tackle. Those are the things that they have to preach through the week, that the kids have to buy into, and then take it upon themselves. He said his kids have pride. They have pride. Mm-hmm. Well, tonight they're going to get a chance to show it, just how much pride they have over the course of 48 minutes against a really good football team, Marion.
Exactly right, and what better chance to do it than on homecoming night. Of course, we'll be honoring the 1967 Mythical State Championship team here tonight during halftime. It should be an excellent ceremony there. I think for the most part, for Richmond, I think tonight, at least on the offensive end, they've got to find a way to get the playmakers the football, and whether that be running it or having Curtis get confident throwing the pass. It's going to take that to keep them with this very good Marion Giant team who's already pitched a couple of shutouts so far this season, and their defense seems just as good as their offense.
Well, and on Richmond's side of the football, offensively speaking, you're missing one of your key elements. Mm-hmm. And so now, as you said, now it's time to kind of spread the wealth a little bit. And maybe the young man Curtis, the coach's staff, maybe week after week begins to become a little more confident in his ability to throw the ball down the field. Not so much east and west. I mean, I hate to keep harping on that, but everything we do, it seems offensively, is sideline to sideline. And you got to go goal line to goal line.
Yep.
And, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what transpires this evening. You'd like to see your defensive lineman. The quarterback for Marion isn't that big. So if they can't get to him, get in his throwing lanes and get the hands up, make him throw over.
Yeah.
Okay? And then offensively, with the offensive line and the big kids we've got up there, engage and stay engaged. And finish off possessions. We'll see.
And Richmond will be kicking off to start this contest. The Giants will receive here to begin quarter number 1 on this beautiful homecoming night here in Richmond, Indiana at Leibolt Field. Should be an entertaining game. Let's see if Richmond can get their first win on the season as Stephen Huber puts his right foot in the ball. We are underway, and the kick is down round to the 4-yard line. Up to the 10, the 15, the 20. There he goes. He's down the far sideline. Huber tries to make a tackle, can't do it. And a late tackle at about the 35-yard line of Richmond. A beautiful return there by J.K. Thomas, number 12, there for the Giants. So already, Kyle, a tough start there. Kick coverage was not as good as it could be, and Thomas just had great speed to get to the far sideline.
Well, I think if you're the kick coverage team, the young man booted that ball clear down to the 4-yard line. I kind of outkicked his coverage there a little bit. I think that might have taken them a little bit by surprise.
So the Giants will come out to start this ball game on the Richmond 37-yard line. That's where the officials marked out Thomas on that kick return. And, of course, Justin Johnson will be the man getting it done at quarterback here for the Giants tonight. And we already have a early whistle. Looks like an official stoppage here. Not sure. Perhaps somebody misplaced or mismarked the ball. Something of that nature. But it looks like everything's all set now, and they'll reset the play clock to 25 seconds. Johnson starts out in the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side in the spread formation. Johnson going to give it off the right side. That's Thomas running the football, still on his feet, breaking tackles, and it's one play for the Giants. They are into the end zone, and Marion off to a rousing start in this contest.
Not what you wanted to begin the football game if you are Richmond High School. A 57-yard kickoff return to start, and a 37-yard touchdown run, first offensive play of the game.
Only 20 seconds off the clock, 11:40 remaining in this first quarter. Kick is up, and that one is blocked. So Richmond at least has some pride going off of the field as they block that extra point. So on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is 6-0. Marion on top here in this one, as we'll be right back after this on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Back at Leibolt Field, already 6-0. The Giants leading the Richmond Red Devils on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Looks like kicking off here for the Giants will be number 35, Christian Lemons, a senior standing 6 foot 180. Lemons gets his right foot in the ball, a good high kick down out the 10. It's fielded by Tremel Carpenter, who's off on the right side up to the 20, and he is gobbled up by a host of Giants down and around the 21-yard line of Richmond. So the Red Devils will start out their first possession on offense and looking to try and at least maybe duplicate some success, or as you said, Kyle, during the pregame, just get some positives here on this first drive.
Sure, and take some time off the clock. I think the last thing you want to do is to go 3 and out. Defense really wasn't out there long enough to say to be gassed. It wasn't that long of a drive, but you still would just like to, at least on this side of the football, because we haven't done that through the first 4 games, is to show some kind of continuity and begin to build some confidence on that side of the football.
And we have our first flag of the game. We'll be looking to see if this will either be false start or offsides. It did look like a giant jump there early.
Yeah, it's offsides.
So they'll call offsides on Marion. That's a 5-yard penalty and make it 1st and 5 for the Red Devils. It's up to the 26 now. And again, starting at quarterback is Brandon Curtis, number 15 for the Red Devils. They'll set up with trips left. And one lone receiver out to the far side. That looks to be Gerald Deloney, number 5. Here's the snap. Play action. Curtis going to go ahead and take off. He's up to the 30, to the 35, and that's where he's brought down. And a good decision there by Curtis, seeing nothing was open and tucking and run.
And I'm not so sure that might have been a design quarterback draw there, but that's something that I think that they can add offensively to the spread offense, is a little more of the quarterback read on the option play and get the defense to respect the fact that he might take off and run with it.
Same formation and trips to the left. Want to make mention Julian Holguin, number 7, is the far receiver to the left. Here's a handoff up the middle. Not much gain there, but positive yardage, about 2 yards there for Richmond. Ball carrier that time is Mikey Vance, number 41. Again, he's getting the start at tailback tonight with the injury to number 22, Wyatt Bird.
And I think offensively, Richmond, and I know they like to hurry up. I know that's the in vogue thing. It's the fashionable thing to do. But when you're undermanned in a game like this, I think the more time you can take off the clock and kind of tire them out on the other side of the football defensively, wear them down a little bit.
Here's the snap, or the handoff rather, goes to Deloney. He tries to cut up field, but he'll only get back to about the line of scrimmage. And that'll make it 3rd down and about 8 from the 37-yard line.
And there they go running east and west again. I haven't seen that play work for 4 games.
3rd down and 8. Trips to the right now for Curtis. Holguin, the lone receiver, out left. Curtis will take the snap, play action, looking to throw the sideline. Caught by Holguin. He's up to the 45, and that should be a 1st down.
And a boy, Brandon. Nice pass. Great timing on that pass play. As soon as the kid turned around, the ball's sitting there in his hands. That's excellent.
And again, Richmond and trying to go fast, but this time they're looking to the sidelines for the play. Again, as you said, Kyle, taking the air out of the football a little bit, just wasting clock. Trips again to the right. Deloney is the far man out right. In the slot is Carpenter and number 1, Trayshawn Jones. Curtis gets a snap, hands off to Vance. Vance going left, trying to cut up. And he'll only get to about the original line of scrimmage there and make it 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils. And we had a late whistle there, but I think Vance lost his hat, so he'll have to come out for one play. Second and 10 for the Devils. All on the 46-yard line of Richmond. Getting close to Marion territory. There's the snap from Curtis. This one's going to be a backward pass to number 13. That's Stephen Huber, I believe. So that was a backwards pass. It's going to be a lateral, and that'll end up in a loss of yardage back to the 42-yard line, rather. And it's going to be 3rd and long now for Richmond.
It's a new wrinkle. Hadn't seen that play yet. Didn't quite work as I suppose they drew it up on the old drawing board there. But when you play teams that are as quick and athletic as Marion is, those plays east and west, they're not going to work because you don't have the better athlete. Run it north and south.
3rd and long for Richmond. Curtis will roll out left, looking to pass. And he's going to run out of time. He's just going to have to eat that one. He's sacked back at about the 33, 34-yard line. And that'll result in a 4th down for Richmond. Curtis just held on to the ball too long that time. And again, he was kind of rolling against his body there when he goes left.
He's rolling left, trying to throw across the body. That's awfully difficult for any quarterback at any level. And Marion's defensive secondary did a great job of covering up all the receivers. Now what the young man will learn, Curtis, is just throw the ball away. If it's not there, throw it away.
Back to punt is Gerald Deloney. And there are 2 receivers back for the Giants. This one a little bit of a high snap, but Deloney gets this one off. A knuckleball going down the field, and the Giants will stay away from this one. A good roll there for Richmond as it's inside the 20-yard line, still going down to the 16 of Marion. So a great punt there from Gerald Deloney, especially under duress like he was.
Yes, he was, and that is something that we have seen improvement on. The punt protection for Richmond. You know, the first game against Connersville, they almost had in the first half, a couple of them blocked. Connersville did get a couple of them. New Pal the following week got one or two. They've shored that up a little bit, and Deloney did a nice job of catching a high snap, getting a good punt off down the field.
Back on the field are the Giants. Again, they only had one offensive play, and they ended up scoring, giving them this 6-0 lead, and now they're deep in their own territory. A little bit of motion as the quarterback Johnson keeps this one, gets up to about the 19-yard line, a 3-yard gain. And it'll make it second and about 7 or 8.
And that was a nice play there by, I believe it was Mr. Sanders. He might be the guy at, is that who that was on that play?
Getting a look there.
Might have been Stephon Huber.
Second down as Johnson mishandles the snap, but still keeping the play alive. He'll get out of bounds just past the 20. And they'll mark it at about the 22, 23-yard line. So a good job by Johnson there, making something out of nothing. He was getting pursued very quickly there by the Richmond defenders.
And I tell you, if he continues to hold the football out there like a loaf of bread, Richmond ought to zap on that in a heartbeat.
So now it is 3rd and 4 on the 23. 2 receivers to each side. Johnson sends a man in motion. He'll take the snap, hand it off left. And the Red Devils pursuit of the ball carrier, and he'll be stopped short.
Nice job defensively there. Great job.
And you made the point earlier there, Kyle. They were only on the field for one play there. They still look very energized here on this drive.
Yep, and they did a great job of maintaining their gaps and discipline there with the option game. And I still haven't been able to decide if it's Huber that's kind of the spy there on their quarterback or not. But both times that he held onto the football, Richmond was there to basically say, welcome to Leibold Field.
So now it's a 4th down, a good 3 and out there for the Richmond defense. And now they're rushing some players on late. There's the snap to the punter. It's Lemons. That one's a low line drive.
Just get away from the football.
Again, they're going to call alert there, and it'll die at about the 37-yard line of Richmond. So now the Red Devils have the football again with good field position once more. Had some things working there early on in their last drive, but kind of fizzled out there toward the end.
Well, you know, when they started to fizzle is when they started to go from sideline to sideline. And I understand the jet sweep and all that, but the individual in charge of running that jet sweep, the first time he sees daylight, he's got to bust through that. You just can't continue to run, especially with a team like Marion that's so solid defensively and has every bit the athleticism and quickness that we do.
Ball's a low snap. Curtis does fall on it. Only loses about 2 or 3 yards there on the play. But a bit of a low snap. It might have hit the center in the backside there. It just kind of trickled back toward the quarterback. So
nice
now
job getting on the ball.
2nd and 13, 5:15 and counting to go in quarter number 1. Curtis sets up with trips to his left. He's got Jones and I believe Carpenter in the slot left. Hoagland's the lone man to the far side. Handoff up the middle. That's Huber. Great run up the middle. Finding the hole in the offensive line and getting up for some positive yardage up to the 44. And this makes it 3rd and manageable now, Kyle.
Well, and we're back again, too. I think if you take and run the football directly at a team that has speed and quickness but not much size, with size we have up front, I think you can control the football game that way.
3rd and 3 at the 45. Play action. Curtis looks to throw, but he'll be sacked down and around the 35-yard line. Looked like it was Darryl Brown, number 7, coming in for the sack there and forces a big loss. And just like that again, both teams now have gone 3 and out in their last possession. Closing in on 4 minutes to go in this first quarter, still 6-0. Giants leading the Red Devils. Back to punt again is Deloney. It looks like Thomas again is back deep to receive the punt, along with another man for the Giants. Deloney gets this one off. He was very close to getting blocked there. In fact, three back at the punt calls for the.
There's a block in the back.
Calls for the tip ball. There's a return by Thomas. It's going to go to the end zone, but again, good call there, Kyle. You saw the flags back around the Giants' 45-yard line. This looks like it's coming back with a block in the back.
Yeah, it's happened right in front of their bench, but you see what kind of athleticism the young man has, because as soon as he saw that seam, it was south end zone, here I come.
Yep. Just turned on the afterburners there with authority as he got into the end zone. But again, it's going to come back with the penalty. And this will put them a little deeper in their own territory now, will the Giants. Instead of they'll be marked off from about the 44-yard line, so we'll mark that one back. And it'll be around the 33 or 34 or so. They'll mark it right actually the 35-yard line. There's Johnson, the quarterback for the Giants again, lining up in the shotgun. Yet to see one snap under center for Marion so far, and for that fact, Richmond as well. Johnson adjusting his play, sends a man in motion, and gives it off on the jet sweep. Making some men miss, getting forward yardage to about the 39-yard line. There for Marion was number 5, Montrell Pogue, there on the carry.
Nice penetration by Richmond. Probably should have had him for a loss.
He did get some nice penetration there, forcing him to make a quick move back inside there. Two receivers again to either side for Johnson. This time it's a pistol set, and he'll go ahead and hand this one off. Up the middle it goes to about the 43-yard line. Another decent gain of about 4 on the carry. Can't see who the ball carrier was in that pile. There was quite a big one there. But nonetheless, it'll be 3rd and short here for Marion. Looked like it was Thomas there on the carry.
Same young man that returned the punt that got called back, I believe.
3rd and 2. They've got to get past the 45 for a first down. 2:20 left in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Johnson calls for the snap. He looks to throw. Now he's rolling out right. Throws back across the middle. Ball is caught there at the 45-yard line. Tackled down there. Number 9 with the carry, or with the catch rather, Braden Burke picking up that first down.
You know, that wasn't really defended badly by Richmond. The quarterback made a nice play, late read. The receiver set down there in an open seam for him to throw to. Tip your hat to them for a nice play.
Good third down conversion rather there for the Giants as they have a fresh set of downs in Richmond territory. This time the handoff will go to Burke again. He's off to the far sideline, to the 30, the 25, and pushed out just past that point at about the 24-yard line. And a good job there by Burke, again, finding the hole and cutting up immediately. That gave him very good yardage and another set of downs for the Giants as we close in on a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Thomas is the running back to Johnson's right. He has Burke in the slot right. Johnson takes the snap. This one goes off to Thomas on the left side. Cuts upfield again and is pushed out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. It's going to be very close to the sticks, but it'll be 2nd and 1, it looks like, here for Marion.
Now, what that young man did right there, very similar to what Richmond runs, a little jet sweep, but as soon as he saw a crease, he turned it up, and turned it up with some authority. And he's, what, 5'5", 115 pound or something like that?
Actually, they gave Marion the first down there, so now the officials stopping play here for a moment. Looks like now it looks like the chain crew is going to move back into position, and now it will be second and about 1 as they'll put the chains back at their original markings. Like they have to get to about the 14-yard line to pick it up. So it will be second and 1 after readjusting there. And much like Richmond, Kyle, Marion really hasn't gone out of this. 2 receivers to either side in shotgun all night. And now we've got another stoppage of play.
They got flags on both sides of the football here.
They're going to call offsides against Richmond and give him a first down.
So they must have lined up in what they call the neutral zone because they had just marked the ball ready for play. And obviously if you start offsides, then they stop play immediately.
First and goal. Swing pass out to Burke. He's to the 10, to the 5, up the sidelines. He's pushed out, and there's another flag down at about the 4.
I think that's going to be a hold against the wide out from Marion, or maybe offensive pass interference, even though the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, at which point they might pick that flag up.
Officials again discussing this one at around the 5-yard line. It will be a hold. So that'll back them up 10 yards. And make first and goal a little bit more difficult here, but again, with more yardage, you have more space now if you're the Giants.
And as long as they want to continue to shoot themselves in the foot, we'll be more than happy to take it.
Ball marked back at the 16-yard line. First and goal. And the handoff will go to Thomas right up the middle. Runs into a pile. And he's tackled at around the 12-yard line.
He really has got to run the outside of the tackle or the outside of the end because you try to run him up with a guard.
His small stature, it's easy to lose him down there, but Richmond did a nice job finding where he was and wrapping him up and stopping him. Johnson looking to the sidelines for the next play here on second and goal. They'll make a substitution here. And as number 1 coming into the game, Keyshawn Taylor, only a sophomore, listed as a quarterback and defensive back. He's going to light up at wide receiver right here. Down to 1 on the play clock. They just got it off. Johnson tried to throw the football. He lost it, and a fumble picked up by Richmond. Number 64 for the Red Devils, Blaine Pierce, getting the fumble recovery. And a great job by the Richmond defense there, bowing up in the red zone.
Excellent job by Richmond. And again, you know, they kind of bent there, but they didn't break. And what happened? Marion got down there inside the 10-yard line, had a miscue, had a penalty. Now they got the turnover. Way to work.
And Richmond will look to benefit off that turnover right here. There with a fresh set of downs. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Curtis hands it off up the middle, this time to Huber. Huber trying to get away from tacklers. And they'll get dragged down around the 16-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. And again, they're trying to go up the middle now with the run. And that seems to be a little bit of an effective tool there. They're starting to chip away now at that D-line. And that ends the first quarter here. So on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's 6-0 Giants over the Red Devils here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Second and 8 for the Red Devils as we're back to start the second quarter from Leibold Field. Devils have the football. Curtis, play action. He's going to get sacked back around the about 17 or 16-yard line. Time just ran out there, and Marion was able to get in and swarm to Curtis for the sack.
Curtis saw where he had an opening there to the right, and he just didn't react to it quickly enough. And Marion made a nice play behind the line of scrimmage. But once again, I mean, the young man's got to have more than a half a second to at least look down the field and check his coverage and be able to throw the football. Marion's back there just about ready to take the snap in most cases.
Third down the 11. Trips to the right for Curtis. And one man to his right as the running back. Curtis is going to have to roll right again, but again it's Darryl Brown in on the sack. Again, just no time for Curtis to make any kind of decisions, just trying to get out of there in a hurry. And now it's fourth down and long, and Deloney will probably be punting on the edge of his own end zone.
Yep.
Officially, it's going to be 4th and 19 from the 10-yard line. So Deloney's going to have to get this one off in a hurry, if anything. As the snap gets back to him, and he gets it off, it's a high kick to his right, and that one is going to go ahead and roll and stop at around the 39-yard line of Richmond. So not a long punt, but again, could have gone a whole lot worse there with Marion coming in trying to block Deloney on that punt. 10:29 to go in the second quarter. Again, your score 6-0 Marion after their very first play from scrimmage. Went for a touchdown, a 37-yard run by J.K. Thomas, but since then kind of struggled and stalled on offense a little bit.
Well, again, I think it's just the matching of the fronts, the offensive line from Richmond, the defensive front from Marion. You may have to double team a player here or there along the front to give yourself an opportunity to make some plays.
There's a flag in the backfield as the sweep to the right. Still on his feet is number 5, Pogue. Broke a tackle and got inside the 20. That one looks like it might come back. It's going to be an illegal shift against the Giants. So Richmond escapes disaster there. But they had Pogue down on the far sideline behind the line of scrimmage, but he broke free. And the good thing, though, that was brought back with that penalty.
Great job of defensively of spreading the field a little bit, making the guy take it all the way to the sideline. Great job of containment. And then you let him go due to a missed tackle. Now, he fortunately got the benefit of the doubt here because they have a penalty going against them, but they had an opportunity to throw him behind the line of scrimmage for a 4 or 5 yard loss. Be 2nd and 15. Now it's 1st and 15.
All will be marked at the 44-yard line of Richmond. And Johnson's got a couple of wideouts to either side. He's got Pogue in the slot to the left. Johnson takes the snap. Quick throw over the middle. Pogue was wide open. Missed tackle again. Pogue still on his feet, spins away, and he will walk into the end zone. 2 or 3 missed tackles there for the Red Devils on that play. Sprung Pogue loose, and he puts another 6 on the board for the Marion Giants.
That is inexcusable.
So now the Giants will attempt the extra point. Their last one was blocked. This time doing the kicking is number 24, Sam Vermillion. Senior at 6 foot, 210 pounds. Hold is down. That one's much better. Kick on the way, and that one is good. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's 13-0. Marion now with a 2-touchdown lead over the Richmond Red Devils on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Back with you at Leibolt Field, Richmond, Indiana. The Red Devils now find themselves down 2 scores, 13-0 to the Marion Giants. Like you mentioned, Kyle, the last 2 plays, even though one was brought back with a penalty, inexcusable missed tackles there for the Red Devils defensively.
Tackling up high around the shoulder pads, not getting the head in front, just basic form, fundamental tackling. And in this case, it was almost like they were afraid to hit the guy. It was almost like they were playing flag football or two-hand touch. I mean, you know, young men out there, you got to understand, it's you or the goal line, and you got to figure out a way to make a play.
Lemons will kick it off for the Giants, which is right foot in the ball. A very nice deep kick. That one almost over Carpenter's head. He'll field it. He's up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and he's slung out of bounds there by number 32, Travis Metzger, making the special teams tackle on that play. So last time, Kyle, the Red Devils went 3 and out on their last drive, and Curtis basically had no time back there to get rid of the football on those plays. The offensive line's got to do a lot better if they want to protect him.
They're going to have to do a lot better. This is going to be a game that gets out of hand rather quickly, and I know Abe and his staff want to see more of an effort on all 3 phases of the football game, want to see the kids come out and compete. Maybe we can run the football here 3 or 4 times and kind of get ourselves some breathing room.
Curtis with trips to his left, one lone receiver down right. He'll hand this one off to Vance. Tries to go off left, but great pursuit by the D-line of the Marion Giants. Number 17, Brendan Martin, led the charge there for the Giants on defense with a loss of 2 on the play, making it 2nd and 12.
Very confusing to us, but he's the same build as Zach, so we're going to...
Richmond making some substitutions there on the line, it looks like, as Curtis now has 2 receivers to either side. He's got Vance to his right as the running back. There's the snap. He'll roll right, looking to throw. Throws this one a little wide of his intended target. That's number 14, O'Shea Henderson, the junior wide receiver. Heading to the sidelines there, what looked to be an out route, but it was just a little too wide. And again, Curtis was under a lot of pressure before he got rid of that football.
Well, as with any quarterback at any level, when you get hit as many times as he has through the first quarter and a half, when you do have just a little bit of time, you're not expecting it, you get a little happy feet, you rush to throw. It's hard to just stand in there and make a good throw and take a hit, let alone stand in there and not have time and get hammered.
Play clock winding down. It's under 5. Curtis going to have to get this one off in a hurry, down to 1, and just does get it off. Quick throw to the sidelines, caught by Jones, but he'll be wrapped up near the original line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, number 13, Aries Washington. Only a sophomore defensive back there. Jones actually picks up a couple of yards past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 8 or 9 here for the Red Devils. And again, a quick 3 and out. And Richmond's already punting again. Deloney's right leg might be quite tired after this evening, I would imagine.
Well, once again, I don't want to harp on this, but everything is sideline to sideline. There's no vertical passing game. The running game is sideline to sideline. And when, prior to the beginning of this football season, the one thing that we kept hearing about was how effective our offensive line could be, how big they were. The prospects of them being able to play at the next level. Well, through the first 4 games, I really haven't seen that, nor have I seen the linemen be given the opportunity to show that they can run block. Basically, to me, it's almost like a zone blocking scheme where they're just trying to get in the way of somebody so that they can run these jet sweeps or just get in the way of somebody so that the quarterback has just enough time to throw the ball to his left or throw it to the right. I mean, Colton Davis is 6'6", he's 260. The Shea kid, he's 6'5", 6'6", 260. Well, I tell you what, I'd line them up on either side of the football, and I would dare teams to try and stop me. And if they can't get it done, then I'm going to go with somebody else.
There's the punt from Deloney. Richmond had to take a timeout with the play clock winding down. Deloney gets this one off. It is Burke bringing it up on the far sideline, still on his feet to the 35, to the 30, and brought down around that yardage. So, again, a great punt by Deloney, but I think, like we've seen a couple of times already, Richmond outkicked their coverage there. And that allowed for a great return by the Giants special teams unit. That time it was Braden Burke on the return. He's been doing an excellent job tonight. Caught a few passes and also in the kick return game. So now the Giants back on the field with great position on the Richmond 30-yard line. Bit of a pistol set here now for Johnson. Handoff goes up the middle. It's Thomas, and he is upended and hit hard by a couple of Red Devils. Very close to the first down.
That was a nice tackle by Mr. Huber.
Again, with a good gain there on the first down. Looks like Marion might try a little bit of hurry-up offense here, trying to keep Richmond on their heels. Another whistle now behind the play from the head referee.
Well, the head referee was sitting back there in New Paris, Ohio somewhere. He's 40 yards back behind the football.
They're actually going to give Marion the first down there. They wanted to check the yardage on that play. Nonetheless, it's another set of downs now for the Giants. Johnson takes the snap, hands it off to Thomas up the middle again, dragging tacklers with him down to the 6-yard line, and that'll be first and goal for the Marion Giants. Again, Thomas has been very hard to bring down for the Red Devils tonight. He's been everywhere on the field and getting there rather quickly.
Well, once you get past that defensive front, Coach Tawfiq mentioned it earlier, he's got sophomores playing that linebacker spot that are just not getting an opportunity to taste of varsity football. They'll learn.
First and goal for Marion. Play clock down to 10. 2 receivers to either side for Johnson. And he's got Thomas to his right as the running back. 3 on the play clock. Johnson takes the snap with 1. Almost a bobbled snap. Thomas brought it down. He's going to cut to the near sideline and is down around the 2 or 3. And that play for Marion could have gone quite differently had that snap been bobbled by those 2 guys.
As it is, they still got positive yardage.
New man coming in for Richmond, number 76, Shea Hall coming in. And on the defensive line, second and goal. Actually mark this one down at the 4. Pistol set. Johnson takes the snap, keeps it himself. Great use of the read option, and he's in for the touchdown. Now a 3-score game at 19-0 pending the extra point. And now Kyle Marion has found their offense, and it's working well with that option game as well as the zone read.
And all that does is spell trouble for our Red Devils, because they've only thrown, 2 passes?
Yep.
Tried a third one, quarterback dropped the ball.
Vermillion puts the extra point up, and that one is good. So on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's now 20-0. Marion Giants with the lead here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Back at Leibolt Field, and it is starting to get a little tense here on the Richmond sideline as they find themselves now down 20-0. 7 minutes to go in this first half of action. And the Marion Giants running the football have been quite effective. As we've said, Kyle, only a couple of passes thrown. The third one was dropped by the quarterback, but nonetheless, Marion has looked like the 3-1 team that they were coming in on paper.
That they have. And there are bits and pieces of improvement for Richmond. It's not all bleak. It's going to be I think a football season, as we all know, that kids there's going to be a lot of learning.
That line drive kick goes out of bounds, so that'll give Richmond pretty good field position to start this drive. And go ahead and finish your thought there, Carol.
Well, no, that's fine. I just think that this season, since they're so young and playing a lot of young kids, they're going to get an idea of exactly what it takes. And, Abe, in his pregame comments with Troy, discussed what they did at Marion. They got their kids in the weight room. They got themselves in a position of doing some conditioning. And that is something that those kids on the Marion sideline bought into. That is something that the kids in this program at all levels are going to have to eventually buy into. And, right now we've got some Pillsbury Doughboys. Well, there's a difference between being a Pillsbury Doughboy and a stud, and it starts in the weight room.
So Richmond will start on their own 35-yard line. Two receivers to either side for Curtis and shotgun. Got one man to his right as the running back, and he just gets it off to Mikey Vance. He'll get about a yard or so. And almost looked like it was a broken play for a quick second.
I think Curtis wanted to keep that football at the last. He saw where he had an opening there, and at the last second, I think he thought he wanted to break it back out, but he held on to it. At least they didn't turn it over. That's progress to me. He saw it just a little bit late, but at least he saw it, recognized it. So good for him.
2nd and 9. 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Curtis with a pair of wideouts to either side. He'll take the snap, hands it off to Vance again. And this time he'll lose about a yard. And he'll make it 3rd and 10 for the Red Devils. Stephen Huber checking into the game as Vance lost his hat. He'll have to come out for at least one play.
They have to do that at the high school level when they lose their helmet. They got to come sit up for a play.
So now it's 3rd and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line of Richmond. Pair of receivers to either side. 10 on the play clock. Curtis will take the snap. Looks to throw. Swings it out to his running back, Huber. Huber spinning up forward, but he'll be about half the distance short. He gained about 5. Which would make that 4 as he was down at the 39-yard line. It'll be 4th down for the Red Devils, and Deloney's back out on the field again.
Okay.
And that's the safe play, I think, too, Kyle. Just the short swing pass out there. Never know what could happen. And if Huber's got a little more wheels, maybe he picks up some more yardage and is closer to that to the sticks.
That's a great point. I think that's a situation where I'm going to put my athlete against your athlete, and he made a nice little spin move there, lost his balance, and Marion recouped with a tackle. But at least it was a good effort by the young man to try and make something happen for his football team.
Here's the play by number 9. That's Burke. He tried to catch it on the hop, went all the way to the far sideline, came back toward the middle of the field, and was tackled around the 30-yard line. It was a great punt by Deloney. And a little bit of indecision there from the two returners. Thomas and Burke trying to decide, should we get this or should we just let it go?
Well, Old Deloney did a good job of punting it right between the two of them. Are you going to get it? No, I think you will. No, nobody got it. And then nice coverage by the punt team.
So Marion back with the football on their own 30-yard line. And Johnson running things as the quarterback. Handoff goes up the middle to Thomas. Still spinning forward. Great strength there as they'll gain about 6 yards to the 36. And Thomas, not very big. In fact, listed on the program at 5'7", 160 pounds, but for how small he is very easy to lose, and he was able to use that to his advantage. Second down again. Johnson fakes the handoff, and he is gone. It was the best fake I think I've ever seen on an option play, and he ran in untouched for the score. It's now 26-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Somebody didn't maintain their gap discipline, and somebody forgot what their job was as far as spying on that quarterback, because all that was an option read, and Moses parted the Red Sea again, and down the field, Marion Giants went for about a 45, 55-yard, 65-yarder,
yep. Kick on the way from Vermillion. Looks like a knuckleball, but nonetheless, it is good. So on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 27-0. The Richmond Red Devils down to the Marion Giants here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Back at Leibolt Field, a brisk night, starting to cool down a little bit. 4:33 remaining in the first half, but it is a lopsided affair as the Giants of Marion lead it 27-0 over the Richmond Red Devils.
After the play there, the extra point, we've got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against both teams, be offsetting penalties. I don't know exactly what occurred or what happened, whether it was some talking back and forth. I didn't see any extracurricular physical activity.
So it'll be Lemons kicking off again. Looks like he's been handling the kickoff duties. And Vermillion's kind of been handling the extra points. And an appropriate name for Lemons is you've got some bright lemons on his feet right now as well.
You know kickers.
Great kick by Lemons down to the 5-yard line. Fielded by the Red Devils out past the 20. And that was Carpenter on the return, number 3 for Richmond. And now back on the field come the Red Devils with just under 4.5 minutes left before halftime. And again, for Richmond, it's just got to be about getting steady progression. Don't have to get it all back at once. Again, you have a lot of players that have not played high school football before, let alone football period. So, again, you're just looking for steady progression out of those guys.
And progression, improvement, a commitment to playing for 48 minutes. And, you know, at the end of the day, you learn in games like this, I think, as a young football player or one with inexperience, a little bit about yourself when it comes to the word compete. You look up at the scoreboard, it's 27-0. It's 4:25 left to go in the first half. You've really done nothing offensively to scare Marion. And defensively, it's like, what do we do to stop them? Well, you can still compete and figure those things out as you go, or you can just mail it in. And I don't see this football team doing that.
Handoff there to one Richmond running back with a big hit in the backfield. Like it was number 9, Corian Ferris there on the carry. And he was hit immediately in the backfield by a couple of Giants.
Well, I believe one of their linebackers shot a gap and introduced himself.
Would not be surprised if it was number 7, Darryl Brown for Marion. He's been all over the field defensively for the Giants tonight. Made some great plays and has a couple of sacks as well. 2nd and 12, 3 on the play clock.
There he goes again.
Throw to the outside, incomplete. Looking for Trayshawn Jones, but again, no time to get rid of the football almost. And Brown was in Curtis's face very quickly.
Well, there's no blitz pickup. The running back there for Richmond did a nice job of taking care of number 7 there for Marion, the linebacker. But he's just shooting through gaps, and there's nobody there to pick him up. The offensive line isn't making that read, and it's no wonder Mr. Curtis doesn't have time to throw the football.
So now 3rd and 11. 3:39 remaining here in the second quarter. And 27-0. Marion with a huge lead, 4 scores. Curtis sending a man in motion. It's Deloney. Play action, looking to throw, trying to go deep. He finds Jones with a beautiful catch. Great job by Trayshawn Jones keeping his eyes on the football and hauling that one in. It's a 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
That's a nice throw and a nice catch. And a football thrown down the field.
So a 3rd down conversion there for Richmond sets up 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Knocking on the door of Giants territory. Trips to the left for Richmond. And one man alone here to the right. It's Deloney in motion now. He'll get the jet sweep, but he is disrupted early in the backfield. Marion is sniffing that out perfectly. And on the tackle, Montrell Pogue, number 5.
Well, I don't believe Richmond does anything off that motion with the jet sweep other than to run the jet sweep. So it's really not something that's difficult to scout. Whether they run it to the left or the right, they don't have anything coming off of that. There's no play action fake. There's no middle screen. It's pretty much the guy goes in motion and they know they're going to get the football.
That was a big loss. A loss of 8 yards back to the 40. It'll be 2nd down. And Curtis will look to throw again this time. He finds Deloney on the near sideline. And he's pushed out at about the 46, a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 11. That's a couple times now that Curtis has been able to find some stuff on the right side. That last throw to Jones that converted the 3rd down into a 1st. And then now he finds Deloney on a little bit of an out route.
Well, we've got 2nd down on 11. Or 3rd down.
3rd down, it looks like. And 2 men in the slot left. 1 man out to the far left. Curtis takes the snap. Looks to throw. Now he'll pull it down and run. And a great job by Marion keeping their eyes on the quarterback and stopping him for only a yard gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, I don't know if that was a quarterback draw or if he just panicked a little bit, but that time the offensive line did a really nice job of forming a pocket. And in the case of the quarterback, he's got to, I know it's hard, but you have to trust the fact you're going to get the time and keep your eyes downfield and allow the patterns to develop and the routes to develop so that he can stand in there and make a throw. Now, I know that's hard when pretty much for the entire first half he's taken a snap and gotten hit, but that's something that he'll learn to do.
Bit of a high snap to Deloney. He gets this one away, a line drive kick. And Burke is going to go ahead and field this one. Slips out of a tackle up past the 20 and down at the 24. Other questionable decision, at least in my book, there from Burke. But credit to him. He got positive yardage on that return.
And Deloney did a nice job once again of getting a punt off under pressure.
1:26 left in this first half. So we'll see what Marion will do here as the first half winds down. Don't know if they'll try and go for it again, but the way their offense has been running, I would not be surprised if they manage to get this one down the field again.
Well, you never want to take anything for granted if you're Marion. If you can get 34 on the board before halftime, you're probably going to try and get 34, but they'll probably have a couple plays here that will dictate whether they do that or not. They don't go anywhere in the first couple plays.
Johnson in trouble, rolling right, getting out of trouble, gets a great block up the sideline, and what could have been maybe a 10-yard loss turned into a 6 or 7-yard gain up to the 30-yard line.
And right there, you just got to tip your hat to the young man. That's just an athlete making a play. Your defensive secondary had the coverage that they needed to have. Your defensive front got pressure on him, forced him outside the pocket, and he made a play. 5 yards.
Second down and 5, and he got out of bounds, which stops the clock at 1:18. He's got 10 on the play clock, does Johnson. And 2 receivers to either side and 1 running back to his left. Johnson takes the snap, looking to throw, trying to get away, and shovels it forward to Thomas. He's got the first down and more. Flag behind the play.
It'll be a hold.
As Johnson got up to about the 49-yard line, but a good call there, Kyle, as that one looks to be a hold. And that'll bring it back from the spot of the foul. It'll make it probably 2nd and 10.
Probably so. But again, another great athletic play by the quarterback. He just pitches it it's a forward pass, so if it falls on the ground, it's not a fumble. Just an athlete making a great play, and great awareness by their running back to be looking for the ball at that point in time. Now, it worked out so well that the poor kid from Marion was thinking the quarterback was going to run, sitting there making a block, and all of a sudden where's that guy going? So he instinctively grabs onto a red shirt. Fortunately, the official was there to catch it.
With the penalty, 2nd and 10. Clock is running under a minute now. 10 on the play clock. There's the snap. Johnson throwing, fires a bullet to a wide open receiver. That's Pogue. And he's up past midfield to the 49 of Richmond. So with that big gain, it looks like Marion's going to start putting the pedal to the gas, or the foot to the gas pedal here.
Clock doesn't start until the chains are setting up. The guy's winding the clock right now. So if you're Marion, you're at midfield here.
You may look to take a shot. Johnson again. A couple of receivers either side. He sends Thomas in motion to his right. He'll take the snap. Looking to throw. Has all day. Throws down the middle, and that's over the head of his intended target. That's number 32 there. Travis Metzger, it looked like, was the intended receiver there.
I'm really surprised that Marion didn't utilize one of their timeouts there. I mean, they let a good 15, 16 seconds run off the clock after the ball was spotted.
That incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 now. Again, just inside Richmond territory. On the 49. Johnson takes the snap. He'll roll out to his right now. Running out of time. Finds, sets, fires, has a man deep. It's incomplete, but there's a flag as well. That looked to be another hold again behind the line of scrimmage, so that will go against the Giants. Haven't seen a whole lot of passes thrown from Johnson today, but he does have quite the arm as he almost got that one to the end zone. So now with that penalty and 17.2 seconds on the clock, we'll be waiting to see whether or not maybe Richmond accepts the penalty. It looks like the near side official here is motioning that Richmond will decline that penalty and make it 3rd and 10. So that's what they'll do.
I'm surprised they didn't take that penalty.
I am as well.
Quarterback just threw it from his 40 to the goal line. It's not like he doesn't have the arm to get it down there.
Yep. 3rd and 10. Empty backfield for Johnson. Another high snap. Has pressure, throws it deep, has a man, it's incomplete. Didn't look very catchable there. Great coverage by Stephen Huber. And that was incomplete. It'll be 4th and 10. 10 seconds left. If I'm Marion, I would probably just maybe even go for it. Maybe go for one last deep to the end zone.
Sure. Can always hope for what they call it, the Hail Mary. You can also, in 10 seconds, get 2 plays off, because if Richmond goes into the prevent defense, you throw it underneath, get out of bounds here at the 30. Now all of a sudden you got 4 or 5 seconds left on the clock at halftime, and then you throw a 30-yard pass into the end zone. You don't have to go for it all right here at once.
And it looks like we've got a timeout by Marion. So with that timeout on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's 27-0 Giants over the Red Devils on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Gonna punt it.
Back at Leibolt Field, and Marion will be punting the football here on 4th down. One man back deep for Richmond to get this punt. That one a line drive from Lemons, and it's going to be fielded by Jones, but he's upended immediately. Great coverage there from the Marion Giants, and even better, I think, from Lemons getting that kickoff as that ball hit the turf, getting back to it.
You know, it's a shame we don't have instant replay, because it almost looked like the kid went down to his knee to field the low snap. It's my understanding that if you have possession of the football with a knee on the ground, you're down. Obviously, that didn't happen because the official didn't signal that, but it sure looked like it.
4.5 seconds left here before the half.
I'm looking for any break I can find right now.
Absolutely. Now we've got a timeout from the Red Devils, so we'll go ahead and take another break here on Radio Troy Digital Sports on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 27-0 Marion with the lead.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Back at Leibolt Field, just before halftime here, 4.5 seconds left to be exact, as Richmond trails 27-0 to the Marion Giants. It'll be interesting to see what Richmond does here. It looks like they're going to run at least one play, not just kneel on it here before the half. And Richmond will get the ball to receive out of the to start the third quarter. So Curtis this time will just run it off the left side. Nothing there. And that will take us to halftime. Again, on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's 27-0 Richmond trailing the Marion Giants. But stick with us as we have a great ceremony here for the 1967 Mythical State Championship team of the Richmond Red Devils. Should be exciting. Stay with us here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Hi, this is Troy Darengowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place, that's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond high school athletics.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place, that's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, MancinosOfRichmond.com.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Hope you've enjoyed our halftime festivities here on homecoming night here at Leibolt Field for Richmond High School as they find themselves down 27-0 against the Marion Giants. Want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub, no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. If you want to hit in Tuesday, it's the oven roasted chicken. Thursday, the Italian BMT, and Saturday, it's the Black Forest Hand. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. And Kyle, we've seen a tough half of football from the Richmond Red Devils tonight. It's easy to see why, though, that Marion has been so touted coming into this contest. They are a very physical and very effective team offensively.
Physical, athletic, and the coaching staff takes advantage of their athleticism on both sides of the football. And I don't want that to sound like Richmond doesn't. But, I mean, sometimes you can have all these athletes and they're shuffling pieces all around. Well, they seem to have in place exactly what they do well. They execute it well. And for our side of things, it's a work in progress. It's a rebuilding job in progress, and Abe and his staff trying to, get some young kids that haven't been accustomed to playing the game of football, maybe don't know the nuances surrounding the game of football, introducing them to it, trying to maintain a positive, upbeat attitude with the kids and with the staff, because the hardest thing to do is when you're week in and week out looking up at the wrong end of that scoreboard, but yet Monday through Thursday you're coming in for film session, you're coming in for practice, you're trying to figure out how to get better, and at the end of the day you're not really seeing that result. The scoreboard doesn't always tell the story. It's not always there. And I think, and again, with Richmond, we've seen some things tonight on both sides of the football that they've done well. But it's just brief little pieces, bits and pieces. And once they're able to build upon that and make it one play followed by another play and repetition, there's the prospects of things, maybe not this year, but the future as far as building and rebuilding are combined. I think they've got the right pieces in place, but you got to keep the attitude of the kid. You got to keep the kid interested.
Yep.
When you're trying to recruit kids to come play and get involved, it's hard to get a kid interested in a program that is not winning. Everybody wants to become a winner. Very few kids want to put the work in that's required to become successful. And let's make no mistake about this, football's not easy. And if you're not used to getting knocked on the ground, if you're not used to being punched in the mouth, and then you're not able to get up from that and recoup, well, then this sport's probably not for you.
We're ready to begin the third quarter. Again, Richmond down 27-0 to Marion. Red Devils get the ball to start this third quarter as the kick is a line drive, a one-hop, fielded by the Red Devils. And diving forward to the 20. Looks like that was Tremel Carpenter, who was crowned the homecoming king. He comes up a little limp, and he falls down on the ground. So looks like he's got a problem with one of his legs. Couldn't tell which one it was. Certainly don't want to speculate on that. But Richmond will start with the football on their own 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10. And is Brandon Curtis still in at quarterback? Has one running back to his right. Again, that looks like it's number 9, Corian Ferris. And that one's bobbled on the ground, fumble, and looks like Curtis fell back on top of it, but he'll lose about 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 14.
Not exactly the way you wanted to start the second half. With a 5-yard loss off a exchange between your quarterback and your running back.
Trips out to the left, and now the officials have halted play for a second, but now they wind the play clock. And trips out to the right. One man to the near sideline. There's the snap. Curtis looking to throw, throwing along the sidelines, and threw it behind Julian Holguin there. We got another flag around the original line of scrimmage there. It happened well after the play, so I don't know what this might be unless it's an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Well, I think Mr. Davis and one of the Marion Giants might have had a little discussion after the play.
Looks like that penalty is going to go against Marion. Unsportsmanlike conduct, so that's 15 yards and an automatic first down for the Red Devils. So instead of being on the 18-yard line, they'll move that one up 15 to the 33. And a fresh set of downs for the Red Devils. Actually, they're just going to mark this one at the 31.
Well, they had the first play that knocked us back to the 16.
Right.
This is probably something the Marion coaching staff will talk with their kids about afterward, a teaching point, a coaching point. You're up 27-0. You don't need that kind of penalty. You got us backed up inside our own 20.
Here's the snap, a handoff to Vance. He'll go off the right, still trying to stay on his feet, and gains a couple of yards to the 33-yard line on the near sideline. Mikey Vance on that run. Vance at 5'9", 185 pounds. Listed as an athlete. He's kind of been at different points in the lineup. His time this year for the Red Devils, been playing some defense as well as the offensive side of the ball. Trips to the left again for Curtis. He's got Holguin to the near side. This time goes to Vance again, but he's blasted in the backfield. It's Pogue. Montrell Pogue has been everywhere on the defensive end and has gotten a couple of catches so far.
Well, I'll tell you what Marion's doing a nice job of. Their front four is manning up with our front four, and their linebackers then are able to take advantage of the creases. And we don't have an answer for that right now. We've got our hands full with their front four, and we really haven't shown that we can do anything with the football. And so consequently, Marion's bringing an extra linebacker or two and taking our running game away and forcing us to just do this right here.
Throw to the sideline, incomplete, out of the hands of Julian Holguin. And it wasn't a throw that was going down the field either. It was going toward the sidelines, and it's incomplete again. Brings up fourth down, and Deloney is back to punt on 4th and 12. 9:47 to go in this third quarter. So the penalty does not prove to be a spark for the Red Devils on this drive. They're going to have to punt this one again. Another high snap. Had a lot of those tonight, and that one is blocked. That one's still in play. It is Pogue picking up the block punt, and he's into the end zone. So now Marion has pretty much done it all now. They put 6 more on the board. It's 33-0. And this time they get it on a blocked punt and picked up by Montrell Pogue into the end zone.
They have been close on 3 or 4 other occasions. I may have spoken a little too early early in the game. I said it looked like they had made some nice adjustments with that. It appears whatever adjustment we made, Marion made an adjustment to that adjustment, and it turns into 7 points for them on a block punt. Those are the kind of things that, those are self-inflicted wounds. And kind of at this point in time through 4.5 games are kind of a microcosm of our football season so far.
So on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's 34-0 Marion over Richmond on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back with you on Radio Troy Digital Sports. 34-0. The Giants leading big here as the kickoff going deep. Another return here on for the Red Devils. Makes a man miss up past the 20 to the 25. That looked like Deloney, and we've got another flag after the play. It looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike again. More pushing and shoving after the play was well over. And so Richmond may either be going backwards or up further closer to midfield. And that's a place that Richmond has not gotten to very much tonight. They haven't gotten close to midfield. And on a couple of occasions they have. I don't know if they have yet gotten into Marion territory.
I think we got into Marion territory on once on a long pass down the sideline, and then like 2 plays later we were punting from our own 40 again. But you're right. I mean, this is unfortunately for us, this football game offensively for the Red Devils has been played on the wrong side of the 50-yard line for the majority of the football game.
This time the unsportsmanlike goes against Richmond. So back them up 15 yards from the 20, or actually it'll be half the distance, I would think. So that'll put it probably on the 12 or 13-yard line as the ball was originally marked at the 25.
Now they've got offsetting, and this is one thing I don't understand. They got unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against both teams. Okay, they're offsetting. The ball's at the 28-yard line. Just leave it there. They march it back 15 and go, okay, now we got unsportsmanlike conduct against it, and then they bring it back to where, hey, it's offsetting penalties, move on.
Yeah. 9:31 to go, and Richmond has the ball on their own 28-yard line. Now the referee's swapping out a ball here. And this drive for Richmond has taken a long time to get going, not of their own making. So now we're ready for play again. Two receivers to either side for Brandon Curtis, and he's got Vance to his left in shotgun. First and 10 for Richmond. Marion looking to bring pressure. They'll bring an extra man. That one thrown out to the left. Ball is caught there by Trayshawn Jones. We had a flag again. We'll have to see what this one is. And
they're going to call pass interference, I think, and I think
called defensive holding there.
I don't know about that. Maybe he kind of grabbed him before the Richmond receiver got fully into his route. I just know that the timing of that flag came right after Coach Tawfiq had a little discussion with him and was in his ear a little bit. So don't think we're happy about the offsetting misconduct penalties. And that flag came right after that.
Referee stopping play once more as they just marked the ball up at the 38-yard line. We've had way too many stoppages for trying to place where the ball was.
Well, I'm not so sure this officiating crew is all together here, to be quite honest with you. I don't want to badmouth officials, but the white hat on the first half threw a flag, and he was standing over there on the bridge.
Trips left for Richmond. And another yellow hanky flies as Richmond got Marion to jump off sides there. The guilty party for the Giants look to be trying to get a look in there now. Number 62. There for the Giants. And I don't have a 62 on my roster, so that's nice. First and 5 now for Richmond. Curtis keeps the ball, and man, he is hit hard. And guess who? Number 7, Darryl Brown, makes another big hit. And Curtis got right back up. Credit to that young man. That guy's tough.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hit he took right there.
So a gain of 3 there for Curtis, but quite a smack he received there just for those 3 yards.
Might be a while before he keeps the football again after that hit.
2 receivers to either side. He's got Vance again to his right in shotgun, does Curtis. He'll hand it off to Vance, and again had nothing going on that left side. The Giants were in the backfield before the play even got started. Just under 8 minutes to go, third quarter. It's 3rd and 5 now for the Red Devils. And again, just when they thought they had something going, something stalls out.
Well, we tend to be our own worst enemy at the wrong time. And
here's Curtis.
He's got time, and he's got a guy downfield, and he waited too long.
That one's picked off. Try and see who got that one. Looks like it's number 13 for Marion. That's Aries Washington, the sophomore defensive back and wide receiver. So a throw down the field by Brandon Curtis ends up in an interception and gives the Giants the ball back on their own 28-yard line. Again, it's another tough go of it tonight for the Red Devils. Down 34-0, under 7.5 minutes left in this third quarter. And the Giants will see their first snaps on offense in this second half. Here's the jet sweep, goes to Birch. He's going backwards down to the 15, and he is upended hard there by
Deloney. Did a nice job.
Yes. Gerald Deloney in on that tackle. That is a huge loss back to the 16-yard line. Loss of, it's at the 16. That's a loss of about 12.
But that was a nice job by the Devil defense of spreading that play out and containing and keeping the ball in front of them. So something positive to build on. Of course, they probably, if they go against their own offense, they see enough of that jet sweep, they see it in their sleep. I don't know how to defend it.
Johnson fakes the handoff, hits a man out in the flat. That's Birch. Makes
trouble.
a man miss.
Goodbye.
He's up to the 35, to the 40, and Deloney makes a touchdown-saving tackle. So on 2nd and 22, Birch picks up 23, and it's a first down for the Giants.
Now the Juice Man is 5 out of 8 throwing the football for $114 and 1 touchdown, and he's only hit 2 receivers. Brooks caught 3 for 44.
Johnson lines up in shotgun again, 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. Richmond looks to maybe bring some pressure here. Johnson, bit of a high snap, but handled well by Johnson down the middle, and that's well overthrown, looking for Birch again. Now bring up 2nd and 10. To be decent coverage down the field as well for the Red Devils.
That there did.
Stephen Huber was covering over the top there from his safety spot.
This is now game 5, so after this quarter would end, the football Giants would have played 23 quarters. And I think Juice Johnson has left the field for all.
Again, 2nd and 10. Johnson with a man behind him in the pistol. Sends Birch in motion. He takes the snap, hands off to his running back. That's J.K. Thomas getting good yardage up to the 47-yard line of Marion. He's only about 2 yards shy of a first down.
And you had mentioned it earlier, the big offensive front from Marion and that little guy running a football, you know, they do a nice job. He does a nice job of staying behind his blockers, and he's by you before you even know where he's gone. And there he goes again.
Thomas going up the middle once more, taking Stephen Huber with him inside the Richmond 40. A quick snap and a big first down now for the Giants, and they've got things rolling again. 5.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And again, the Giants will line up in this pistol set. Thomas, the running back. And a couple of big plays straight here on this drive. Johnson fakes the handoff, options out to Pogue, and he'll only get about a yard. That was great awareness there by Richmond, staying disciplined, staying on their man.
Was that Huber again on the tackle?
It looked to be, yes.
I think he did a really nice job of defending that option play there. And I don't know who it was that had the quarterback wrapped up, but again, bits and pieces, flashes of understanding what you're trying to get done.
Had an injured Giant there. That was Pogue, the guy who got the carry on that last play. Got some assistance off from the training staff, but hopefully that's not too serious for the Giants, as Pogue has been another big X factor for them on the offensive side and on the special team. Got that blocked punt return for a touchdown. 2nd and 9. Johnson moves Thomas back to his right in the shotgun. From his left, takes the snap. Johnson has all day, throws out in the flat, and that one is dropped. Flat drop there by number 16, Eli Luton. A 6'1 junior, 155 pounds. And he had some space. Could have turned it upfield and gotten those yards after the catch.
I think he started to run before he had it, which is good for us.
3rd and 9. Ball on Richmond's 38-yard line. And haven't seen much variations. It's been 2 receivers to either side most of the night for the Giants. Johnson in trouble, rolls right, and just throws this one away. That'll bring up a 4th down situation here. Kyle, it's kind of at that awkward position where it's inside the 40. It's a bit too long for a field goal, but then again, it could be a little too short for a punt. So it'll be interesting to see what Marion does here.
Well, and you know, if you're Marion and you're in this position as a coaching staff, this is a great opportunity to maybe begin to work on some of those things that you see as being deficient at. Maybe it's the passing game. I mean, you don't want to be throwing the football in a lot of cases when you're ahead 34-0. Your defense has pretty much dominated the game, and it looks like they've already made the decision. You know what? We're going to punt it. pin them back down in there and force them to go 80, 90 yards on us, and they've not done that all night.
There was a flag on the far side of the field. It was very, very late. Looks like they called grounding against Johnson there. So Richmond will accept the penalty, and that will force the Giants to punt this one away. Lemons to punt this one away. Good punt. Fair catch weighed for by Jones. He signaled fair catch and decided to take off and run with that one. I'm surprised there was no flag thrown for an invalid fair catch there.
Well, there's a yellow hanky over there on about the 33-yard line, so I don't know what that was for. Holding.
Now it looks like they're going to call holding on Richmond for this one. Boy, it has been a tough night. If you're in that striped shirt, your arm might get thrown out here if you throw that yellow hanky anymore.
I just wonder if the boys in the striped shirts are being paid by the hour by our athletic department.
That'll move the ball back inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, it looks like. And that's where Richmond will set up with a fresh set of downs. And we've got a new quarterback in as well. We'll talk about that here in a second. Here's the snap, handoff, goes up the middle and nowhere. New quarterback in is number 8, Zach Hill. We saw him a little bit last week against Muncie Central. Hill only a freshman, 6'3" and 205 pounds. So he kind of fits that mold of a quarterback, and it looks like Coach Tawfik is going to let him try and get some experience out here with this 34-0 score.
Well, the last hit that Curtis took might have rung his bell just a little bit. And if you're looking to the future, you might as well give the young man an opportunity to come in and see what he can do. Obviously, there's more to this than an issue with the quarterback.
This one might be close to a safety. They're going to say it's just shy of the end zone.
Yep.
Hill just got the ball across the plane of the end zone, so they'll put it down at the 1.5-yard line, if that. And it'll be 3rd and long for Richmond. Officially, it's 3rd and 20. $15 on the play clock, and again, Richmond is going to have to do something very, very quick to get rid of this football.
I just heard a stat. I don't know how true it is, but right now Richmond does, negative 44 yards rushing for the game. Negative 44 yards rushing.
So now there was a flag. It looks like it's going to be a delay of game on Richmond. Well, that's half the distance to the goal, and that's not much.
Well, it went from the 6-inch line to the 3-inch line. So we got about 3 inches of which to play with here.
2:44 left in this third quarter. Again, Richmond facing a 3rd and 20. Shadow of their own goalpost. And again, Hill is the quarterback. He's got a pair of receivers to either side. And now we have a timeout by the Giants. So Marion takes a timeout, and we will as well. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 34-0, Marion over Richmond here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Back at Leibolt Field, timeout wrapping up here as Marion took one with 2:44 left in this third quarter. And the Giants have a 5-score lead at 34-0 over the Richmond Red Devils. Here on Richmond's homecoming night, where they honored the Mythical State Championship team from 1967. Did a little research coming into this game about that amazing team. They went 10-0. They only allowed 18 points all year, and 12 of those points came to teams outside the state. So impressive.
And that's probably why they were a state championship football team.
In 3rd and 20, Hill's got practically no room to work with. And then
now we're
another flag here. It's going to be a false start against Richmond.
So now we're back to the 1.5-inch line.
And I don't know what Richmond was going to do out of this, but they just got to move the ball forward to try and avoid a safety here. But boy, it has been tough going here in this 3rd quarter for the Red Devils. Hill will go under center. And again, he's just trying to get out of the shadow of the goal line. He did move it forward, so that'll give a little room to work with. It's not much, but it is enough where Deloney may have a chance to punt this one away. 4th down coming up.
Well, we got enough time here to those listening and ask if there's anybody out there, anyone for tennis. The Richmond boys tennis team plays their conference tournament tomorrow, and they will play Kokomo in the morning. And if they win, they then advance to the championship against the winner of Marion versus Lafayette Harrison. So good luck to the Richmond boys tennis team tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. We wish them all the best as they went off into that great match. As Deloney did get off that punt, went to the side, and clock is still moving here with the change of possession. Now stops at 1:46.
And we got the girls golf team tomorrow, hosting the sectional out at the Richmond Elks Country Club. They've had a really good season, and good luck to the Lady Red Devils tomorrow in the high school golf sectional.
That will be a great time at the Richmond Elks Country Club. If you can make it out, go ahead and support your Lady Red Devils out on the links. Giants back with the football on the Richmond 38-yard line. Johnson will hand this one off to Taylor, off to the right side, and man, he found that hole. He just got tripped up there at the end. Couldn't tell. I think that was Deloney who tripped him up just inside the 5-yard line, but Taylor hit that hole 100% feet on the gas pedal there.
And kudos to Deloney, because that's the kind of football player that you want to build your program around. It's 34-0, and he is the last guy there to chase the guy down from behind to prevent him from scoring. So great effort there by Mr. Deloney. Great job.
Johnson sets up, hands it off. This one to Taylor, bouncing outside, and looks like he was knocked short of the goal line there.
Huber there,
knocking him out of bounds right at the 1. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the Giants. Knocking on the door here. Marion looking to add another score in what has been a dominant effort on their part offensively. Got a change here as the running back is now Darryl Brown. He is listed as a running back and linebacker. He's been playing well on defense all night. Johnson will keep this one, and he's in there. Touchdown from a yard out. Justin Johnson having a nice night so far. Really facilitating this Marion offense very well.
Yeah, you have to tip your hat to the better football team. And this is not to say that the Red Devils aren't playing hard. It's just a matter of being short in numbers. And when I say short in numbers, you can have 50, 60 players, okay, in uniform. But of those 50, 60 players / athletes, how many of them are truly football players or have been exposed to the game of football? They're learning hard lessons right now through the first 4 games and 3 quarters of the 5th. I'll harken back to what I stated earlier. You just hope that they don't quit playing. Mm-hmm. Stay active in it. Understand that, you stay with this. Your time will come maybe 2, 3, 4 years from now when you're now a freshman or sophomore and you're a junior or senior. Well, you remember a game like this. You remember a game like you had against Indianapolis Tech. You remember that second half against Connorsville. And in the back of your mind, you've got payback coming. Mm-hmm. And you just hope that that's the kind of athlete that eventually you can get to commit to the football program.
Lemons kicks this one off. It's his right foot into the ball. And fielded by the Red Devils. Ball's up to the 20, the 25, and spun down about the 26-27 is Gerald Deloney on the return. Again, Richmond will come back out on offense, and they've been having decent field position on these kickoffs. And their offense, for one reason or another, is just sputtered. And again, we'll see Zach Hill in at quarterback, the freshman, 6'3", 205 pounds. He's got a long way to go in his high school football career, so any chance he can get to be on the field in anger, as it were, is probably going to provide great experience for him. And again, the officials having trouble spotting the football. Shotgun set here for Hill. 2 receivers to either side. And we've got another flag as man jumps off sides for Marion. It's number 63, Raekwon Webb, the senior defensive lineman there. 6 foot, 210 pounds.
Well, unfortunately for Richmond, the highlight for them offensively tonight has been the officials throwing a yellow flag.
There's the handoff right up the middle. And a first down for the Red Devils. That was Mikey Vance on the carry. Got himself a nice hole there off the right edge. And moves the sticks for Richmond. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. And we just heard an interesting stat. That's only Richmond's 6th first down so far tonight. Hill in the shotgun's got Vance to his left. 11 on the play clock. And 2 receivers to either side. Jones and Hoagland to the right. There's the snap again. Vance goes up the middle, showing patience. Getting up past midfield and into Marion territory. They'll bring up about 2nd and 3, I would say, as they mark the ball at the 49 of Marion. And good to see Tremel Carpenter back in there as he rushes on the field. Looks like Vance will take a short break. That'll be the last play of the third quarter on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It's 41-0, Marion with the lead. You're on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Back with you on Radio Troy Digital Sports, and tonight's game brought to you by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He's got an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school, group, or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes of them on the transaction to the school, group, or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listening with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Call him today at 969-3400. As we begin the fourth quarter, it's second and about 3 yards for Richmond on the Marion Giant 49-yard line. Hill, the quarterback. A couple of wideouts to either side here in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands this one off to O'Shea Henderson, who lines up at running back. And he'll lose about a yard or so, but we've got a flag well away from the play. And it looks like it may be another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
You know, now to me, all Colton Davis did right there is go downfield and make a play. It wasn't after the whistle. It wasn't unsporting. They're calling it a personal foul. All he did was engage at the line of scrimmage and go downfield to look for another guy to block, and he put the guy on his back. And they want to throw a yellow flag for that. It wasn't a cheap shot.
That'll put the ball back at the 36-yard line of Richmond and make it 2nd and 19 officially. And we've just begun the fourth quarter. Richmond down 41-0 to the Giants. Hill takes the snap, tries to hand off up the middle, and that play's going nowhere. Great attack there by the Giants defense. Looked like it was Trayshawn Jones on the carry. Trying out some wide receivers at running back.
Well, maybe you ought to try those wide receivers. They may want to try those wide receivers and put them on the offensive line.
3rd and long. Both setting up with a couple of receivers to either side, and the officials are saying it's 4th down now. So I'm guessing that penalty on Davis was considered after the play.
After the play.
So they will make this 4th down and 21. And Richmond will send out the punt team.
Didn't they, the Ringling Brothers Circus, haven't they discontinued operations? Well, I think we found them in striped shirts here at Live Oak Field this evening. This is unbelievable. They don't have a clue.
Another high snap. Deloney gets this one off clean. It's a good punt. Down to the 35-yard line, and a fair catch was called for, and another late flag again. This is getting out of hand.
Well, these guys are clueless in striped shirts. They're an embarrassment to high school football officiating. And I shouldn't be saying that, so if you listeners out there, please forgive me. But you have to see this to believe it.
They're personal foul on Marion.
They're giving it against Marion.
Okay. That's all I'll say.
I mean, these guys walk everywhere. They don't run. I'm talking about the zebras, the folks in the striped shirts. For whatever reason, they think people have paid to come see them.
So the ball placed back at the 20-yard line of Marion. That's where they'll get this drive started. And
absolutely embarrassing.
They've got a new quarterback in there now. We'll see who this guy is as the handoff goes up the middle.
See you later.
This one's number 11, Stamps. Khaled Stamps, a freshman running back, gets a great carry into Richmond territory. Actually, they'll mark this one back at the 49 of Marion, so not quite into Red Devil playing territory, but almost there. Quarterback there is number 18, Kane Richardson. Listed here, a freshman. Actually listed here as a linebacker. Here's a backwards pass. That'll go to Taylor. Taylor taking off down the far sideline to the 25-20, staying in bounds and just ushered out at around the 10. Eshawn Taylor with a great run down the sideline on that lateral to him, turning that one upfield just outside the 10-yard line. So now the Giants in the red zone once more, looking to punch this one in. Giants in sticking with two receivers to either side and sticking with shotgun for the most part as well. Haven't been many snaps, if any, under center, as Taylor gets the jet sweep trying to cut to the right on the outside, and he'll actually lose 4 yards back to the 5-yard line. Actually, pardon me, that was 1st and 10, so he did gain some yardage up to the 6, so got half of it. And they can get the first down without scoring here if they get it to the 1. Here's Richardson. He'll take the snap, hands this one off to his running back to the right, and that one's punched in.
And of course, we got a flag on a play. Probably holding, sure.
And you're correct, Kyle. That was a hold behind the play. That'll back it up 10 yards. Make what was 2nd and 5, 2nd and 15. A lot of penalties in this one. Again, ball marked back at the 15-yard line. Actually, that's 16, and it is 2nd and 15. And that play looked a little funky from the start as the ball carrier tripped himself up. D'Angelo Jones, looking like he got caught by the turf monster there.
He sure did. And I'm not so sure if he kept his footing that he would have scored on that play.
There were a couple of men in motion, though, at that one point for Marion. However, nothing was called there. Figured it'd be an illegal shift, if anything. 3rd down and 13. Giants looking to add more to the scoreboard. Bit of a high snap. Handoff goes up the middle. Stamps will bring it down to the 5, and he'll be short of the first down. Again, they had to get to the 1.
You know, that old Stamps kid there from Marion reminds me of a player of my old days. Great player by the name of Halsey Washington. Little keg of dynamite.
He does look strong down there. 4th down. And again, they can get the first without scoring. They'd have to get it down to, it looks like, the 1 or 2 yard line. So 4th down, and they're calling it 3. Richardson now has trips to his right. He'll take the snap. Quick throw out in the flat, and that one's batted away by Stephen Hubert.
That a way to go.
So that's a turnover on downs for the Giants, and give Richmond the football back on their own 5-yard line with 1st and 10.
Nicely done.
Again, Hill is your quarterback, and Brandon Curtis appears to be done for the night. Saw him down on the sideline. Didn't have his pads on, so it doesn't look like he'll be coming back into this game.
Well, unfortunately for Zach, he's been brought in to take snaps from center, and they've both been inside the 5-yard line. I mean, the poor kid hadn't had a chance really to do anything. And now they're back down to the 2.
Handoff up the middle. That play goes nowhere. Again, it was Ferris trying to make something happen, but he loses 2 or 3 yards. Back to the 2-yard line. And Hill, the quarterback, he's going to move Harris out into the slot on the right. He has Henderson in the slot left. Now he has Jones to his left as the running back. Jones gets the handoff, breaks through a hole, and is brought down just shy of the 10. So there's a little breathing room there. And it'll be 3rd down and 6.
That was a nice job by Jones of finding a little crease and turning it upfield, getting them out of the shadow of their own end zone.
3rd down and 6. Again, ball is marked on the 10-yard line of Richmond. And Hill sets up in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. I haven't mentioned this guy's name. Cody Reese out there now. He's the receiver out wide left. And now we've got a flag again. Looks like it's going to be offsides against the Giants. And this penalty will result in a 1st down. Up to the 15-yard line, and now Richmond has a fresh set of downs to work with. And Jones, the running back here, to the left. Hill takes the snap, hands off Jones, trying to go up the middle, bringing the pile with him.
Yeah,
just shy of the 20. Coming to the 5-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. I think right now, if Richmond can manage to put this drive together and get some form of points here, that'll be a big positive for them coming out of this game.
Anything at this point in time moving forward for Richmond, moving the ball forward, is going to be positive. Now, I don't know, as far as Marion, they've probably been pretty free with their substitutions, bringing in some of their 2s and 3s and some kids who don't get an opportunity to play. It doesn't really matter. If you're Richmond, you got to find something with which to build upon on a game like this. And so use this time to work on some of the things that you've had issues with through the first 5 football games, and one is running the football.
2nd down and 5. Handoff this time goes to Deloney. He finds the hole and cuts it up, and he was lucky he was brought down there. He might have been gone if number 85 hadn't tripped him up there for the Giants, Matthew Alvarez. There on the tackle, but Deloney showing a good burst there, getting to the hole and cutting it upfield. Fresh set of downs for the Red Devils, 1st and 10. Here's Hill. Hands off to Deloney again. Running off the right side. A good little run there from Gerald Deloney. Just shy of the 35.
Well, you just mentioned it. Anything positive, look for something positive. They may have just found themselves a running back. In little Deloney here. The kid runs hard. He's competing.
And he's competing again. Gets the handoff, and he's tripped up there at the 35-yard line. Couldn't see who got the tackle there. Let's take a look. It was Alvarez, the guy who tripped him up to stop the touchdown.
Yeah.
Potential touchdown run, that is. And now we have a timeout from the Marion Giants. They've got 1 left. So we will go ahead and take a break on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 41-0. Marion leading Richmond here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Back with you at Leibolt Field, 3:28 remaining in the fourth quarter, as Richmond faces a 3rd and 3 on the 35-yard line. Hill in at quarterback. Deloney is now the running back to his right in the shotgun. Hand off Deloney, trying to go upfield, move in the pile, and I think he got himself a first down there, just shy of the 40.
Good for him.
Great run by Deloney. And we saw it a couple of times on defense. He was the last guy to save a tackle, or a touchdown rather, for the Giants. And he was able to trip up the runner. He's still playing hard out there, and that's what you like to see out of a senior leader.
Saving touchdowns with tackles out of the defensive backfield. Great job of changing, in most cases, field position with his ability to punt the football, and now comes in as the 3rd or 4th running back that they've tried through the first 4 or 5 games and proven to be very effective there.
Got about 6 yards on that carry up to the 45-yard line as Trayshawn Jones checks out. Ferris checks in. I saw Jones up off the field earlier in this game. He was able to come back, but now he's back out off the field again. Doesn't look like he's too hurt, though. Again, Deloney, the workhorse in this drive, finds the hole up the middle and moves the ball into Marion territory for a first down at the 46-yard line. And I think you're right, Kyle. I think they have finally found a running back that they can rely upon with Wyatt Bird out of this game, and Deloney may be that guy.
Well, of all other than Wyatt himself, the ones that they've had back there, Deloney runs the ball north and south.
Mm-hmm. And again, Deloney gets the handoff, trying to spin outside. Got out of a tackle and got it up to the 42-yard line. And they're moving the ball well here. Just under 2 minutes left in regulation. So we'll see if Richmond tries to quicken the pace here. Again, it won't mean anything in the final score, but for this team that is, again, continuing to try and get better every week, this is a big drive for them.
Well, they've just taken the ball from the shadow of their own end zone at about the 4-yard line, or 5, and they're out here past midfield. 60 yards of offense so far on this drive alone. It's a huge positive.
Hill moving Reese in motion, takes the snap, play action. Hill looking to throw, trying to make a decision. Now he'll roll outside to the right and cut down. Back at the original line of scrimmage around the 45 of Marion. A loss of about 4 on the play brings up 3rd down and 10.
And that's where the young quarterback will learn to keep his eyes downfield, because as he started to break out and run the football to his right, I believe he had a receiver deep. Coverage came off of Julian there, and he had time to throw it down around the 10-yard line. He's wide open. But again, nice drive so far. Took a little sack there. Got a young freshman quarterback in here playing. He'll learn.
25 seconds left on the game clock. Hill takes the snap, goes to Deloney. Deloney hits the hole hard, and he ran into his own man, but that run was looking good as he gets to the 39-yard line. He'll bring up 4th down, but it looks like that'll be the final play of this ball game. Again, the Red Devils now will fall to 0-5 as they go down against Marion 41-0 against the Marion Giants. And again, it was easy to see that Marion was the better team, but again, I think Richmond made some positives here in this game. They found their running back with Wyatt Bird out, and they know that in situations they can move the football well.
And I think you hit on it just before the start of this last drive here in the last 3 minutes. Find something that you can build upon. And in the case of your offense, maybe it's now time to turn it over to the freshman quarterback on offense. Find a running back, which you did there with Deloney. And now, after that, you look at the back half of your season, and if you get Wyatt Bird back, now you've got 2 running backs. You can change things up a little bit because Wyatt's not, he's more of a power runner. Deloney is a slasher, obviously. He's quick into the hole. So, just, if you're Richmond, let's just continue to try the positive things. Try to find the positives from each and every game and opportunity that you get. You're 0-5. You're not the only full 0-5 team in the country, nor in the state of Indiana. So
that's right.
Let's just try to get better.
And they will try to do that next week as they travel up to Logansport, where they will take on the Berries next week, up in Logansport, Indiana. So that's going to do it here. Again, the Red Devils fall to 0-5, losing 41-0 to the Marion Giants. And for Troy Darengowski, for Kyle Ingram, I'm Eric Banton saying good night from Leibolt Field, and we'll see you next week here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.